if you're lactose intolerant, you can't watch this movie because it's got so much cheese.
Sorry, yeah, I gotta go. You guys can do this on your own now.
Nope, end it there. You agree 100%. I'm right. Welcome to another bonus episode of the Flix Fellas.
Bonus
Bonus Minus
episode.
one fella, Kevin. We hate
We'll
you.
miss ya.
You left us. Just
He's
kidding.
been what's holding us back.
Yes. Today we are doing our bonus episode, and James and I will be drafting from the movies we watched one character from each movie, going back and forth on who we want to be in our top 5 end of the world apocalyptic survival team.
We're going to be drafting from the movies we've watched so far, of which I think there are 15. We're going to be drafting individual apocalypse handling teams based on survivability, overall, attack characteristics and defensive characteristics. I'm just assuming that, like, we're going to need some people, like, not only to help us survive, but to also fight off, like, aliens or zombies or, like, other people.
Yeah,
like,
you're going to need a
whatever other
well-versed group.
I
You
need
can't
somebody-
just go for
I-
muscle. You need
somebody to punch
skill.
nukes.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
There's a
That's what
couple
we need.
nukes in the movies we've watched, so you definitely need someone
true.
who can punch a nuke. Okay,
That's true.
let's get started. To decide who will be drafting first, we have chosen the ancient ritual of a coin toss. We will be using this gold coin with George Washington's face on it as the heads, and the tails is your typical tails. James, why
Yes.
don't you do the honor, since I will be flipping, and pick which you would prefer?
Always take heads.
James is going heads. I'm flipping the coin. I'm gonna put it on there.
We can't see that, Joe. I can't see that.
Is heads. Okay, James
Let's
gets
go.
to go first.
All right. To explain the rules of how this draft is going to work, me and Joey are going to alternate picking. We're going to pick one at a time for a total team of 5. So it'll be 6 people, including us. But we'll basically go back and forth. And once you pick a character from a movie, you cannot use that movie again, and neither can the other person. So you'd be very, very specific and smart about who you're picking and why, because if you pick somebody bad from a really good movie, you'll waste the movie for both of you.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is tough. I was really hoping I'd go first because I don't know who the number 2 is.
Oh, 100%. I know who my number 1 is, and I hope that she's your number 1 too. I'm picking Andy from the Old Guard.
Obviously.
Because she's lived forever and is a superhero.
Now, hear me out. This is why I'm kind of happy I didn't get this pick, because at the end of the movie, it's suspected that Andy is no longer immortal. So,
Oh, you mean like, so she's just like everybody else on the fucking picking list? Yeah. Yeah.
yes. That is a great counter argument.
I do think, so the thing is like, I think that you're going to get Andy. Maybe you get Andy at the end of the movie. I would take Andy at the end of the movie. But, like, honestly, I feel like there's a good chance that you get Andy with the healing factor. And, like, she has literally survived for millennia. Like, I need her skills and brain to, like, survive the apocalypse.
She's a nice,
And
well-rounded character, so I will give you that. That's a good one.
True.
Okay.
All right, Joey.
My first pick with the number 2 slot of the 2021 draft, I'm going to have to go. Now, for those of our loyal listeners, this episode is our most recent episode, okay? And I think I'm going to throw James off with this pick, actually.
I'm
going-
already thrown off you.
I am going from Army of the Dead, our most recent episode, and I am taking Lily the Coyote, the blonde-haired chick.
Ooh.
Yes.
Interesting pick.
Yes. And
Not
I'm knocking
go ahead.
out everyone else from that movie for James.
that's there's a lot of people with a lot of skills in that movie, Joey. I'm surprised you
is.
went with Lily.
She proved herself as resourceful. She not only was muscle, but she understood the way that the zombies thought and acted. She was able to barter with them, and I mean, she really proved herself by her skill sets.
Yeah, she definitely thinks before she jumps, and she's got like a stealth factor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Dave Bautista, like I would go like my pick for Army of the Dead was Scott Ward, just because of like raw, like I want Dave Bautista with me,
No.
dude. I love that guy.
That man needs to eat. If there's not going to be enough food for everyone else,
He flips burgers in the beginning of the movie, Joey. The man is self-sufficient.
We're talking apocalypse, okay? There's not going to be
Artisan
burger joints around.
grilled cheeses.
No,
what the man was talking about.
I thought about it. I thought about him. I thought about some of the other characters from the movie. But I don't think I need his brute force. You know, he really didn't have other skill sets, and I was confused from the whole reason of why he was chosen to create the team, because he was just muscle.
He kills zombies, Joey.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
they
he's
all
there
did.
for.
They all did. He wasn't like
he did the
super
best,
smart. He wasn't the super creative. He wasn't like talented. He wasn't slick. Like Lily had it all. She was able to sneak into this zombie territory and take over. So that's my stance.
Respectable pick.
Lily
Respectable
is
pick.
pick number one for team.
Not who I think you would pick for your number one. Okay,
Yeah.
so this pick, I am picking for. I'm looking for more like. So I have Andy, who's going to be my leader. Like that's the leader right there. My number 2 pick is going to be more of like I need the brain. I'm looking for like the person that's got a good head on their shoulders, and I'm going to go with Augustine from Midnight Sky.
Oh, interesting. Interesting pick.
But hopefully not when he's dying.
Early.
Hopefully he's young. Hopefully he's young.
I was gonna say that's an old man you just put on your team.
It's an old man, but the thing is like I think like especially because of the lockdown, Andy is kind of like a powerhouse, right? Augustine like understands, like he's an astronomer, so he's smart as fuck. He's been surviving on like he knows how to use equipment. Like I'm imagining
he's been surviving through dialysis.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's been surviving through dialysis, but also like alone. Like he knows how to be self-sufficient, survive alone. He knows how to make do with what he's got. You know what I mean? I think he's like a bit of an engineer. You know, even though in addition to being an astronomer. So I think that there's some elements there that like I could see him being kind of like the brain behind. Like I think Andy's the leader, he's the brain, and that's my thought.
See, I didn't have him as my pick for that movie because I thought he didn't care to survive. I don't think he had that fight in him to survive. He was smart. Mm-hmm. He had the brains. I'll give you that. But I would have went with the crew captain, Adewale, I think his name was. Mm-hmm. He's the guy married to Sully, who is Augustine's daughter.
Like they're having a kid together.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who I would have picked.
But see, I was going to pick somebody on the ship as well. But I feel like your skill set is not like that. Skill set is very good, and they are very smart, but they're not like engineered or like practiced in surviving on Earth, which is what I'm concerned about.
They're practiced on surviving in the most harsh environment in the universe, which is space and foreign planets. True. But I'll give it. You know what? I'll give it to you because also eventually there's going to come a time when you have to pick somebody off and eat them, and.
Sully.
Well,
that's not Sully. Not
Augustine.
Sully. It's his daughter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Augustine. Yeah.
I also want to point out that our first 2 picks were ladies, and that's very progressive of us. So
hell yeah. Well, it's because they're like objectively some of the best characters in all of these movies.
Yes. I think I have a woman picked for every single role. My number 2 pick, and I'm going to throw you through another loop on this one. Badass character, motherly instinct.
If you say something from American Pickle, I'm going to freak out.
Fuck no, not American Pickle. I am taking the mom, Linda, from Mitchell's vs. the Machines.
Damn it, Joey! Fuck! I was going to pick something. That was my next fucking pick. Ugh! Okay, that's
Linda
a good
is
pick.
a badass character. She proved her skill sets at the end, her fighting skill sets, and she's got that caring mother instinct to take care of the group when times get tough. She adopted 2 robot children. You don't think she's going to take care of the group?
Dude, my pick was Deborah Bot. I wanted Deborah Bot on my team because he can fly or she can fly.
I thought about picking one of the robots too, but I got nervous because, technology, that's most likely who we're fighting against in the apocalypse. So I don't know what side they would actually... You would always have to trust their allegiance.
Deborah Bot trusts the humans in the movie.
Deborah Bot trusts...
So Deborah Bot will trust me.
Linda, the mom. So
it's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Listen, I agree with the pick. It's a good pick. She's a powerhouse. She's great.
Thank you.
Great mom. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Oh, man, you're throwing me for a loop here, man. All right. Oh, no. Now I'm on, like, tier 2. Not that these are bad characters, but these characters, the characters that we pick originally have, like, I feel like they have, like, some downsides, but it's almost all positive, especially for the role that I want to put them in. The next character I'm going to pick is from a movie that you did not watch.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Tyler Rake from Extraction. So it's Chris Hemsworth's character who is a fucking badass in this movie.
And he's good to look at. So
he's great. Yeah, dude, listen, I'm already, dude. I got George Clooney. I got Charlize Theron. I got Chris Hemsworth. Bro, we got the
James
most
is just going to repopulate the earth with the most attractive people.
Listen, I'm just saying we're gonna survive. We're gonna look good doing it. But I want him because he's very resourceful. He's very good at combat. He's also pretty laid back. Like, he's a pretty chill guy in the movie, minus the trauma that he has. Like, I bet everybody's got trauma. I am excited to see him and Charlize Theron. They're going to be, like, the people that, like, bust into the facility.
Wait, you're interested to see them bust, James?
No, bust into the facility, Joey. God.
Okay.
Your mind.
I'll give you that one. That's another good brute force character.
Yep.
Dude,
if my team fought your team, I'd kick your fucking ass.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even come close. Because listen to my third pick. My third pick, I'm surprised you didn't go with earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of counteracts my debate from literally what I just said against you about picking Deborah Bot.
The robot thing?
I'm picking Leo from Outside the Wire. Hear me out. I questioned this. I was like, okay, can we trust him? No, you can't trust him.
That's the whole thing.
But his dilemma was with the United States government and their policies in the world. We're talking post-apocalyptic where there are no governments, okay? AI, you don't need to feed him. He's not going to eat anything. He's not going to take up resources. He's strong as hell. He's going to protect you. He's a robot. You can repair him. I'm going Leo. I think it's a great number 3 pick.
So do you want to know what I picked for this movie? Because I also thought Leo, but because Leo is a loose cannon and only he is in it for himself.
I disagree.
Really is. Like, he's in it. No, because he's not in it for himself, but he defines his own compass, and he's not necessarily like a huge team player. If we're gonna be honest, like, track record, not a great team player.
No. He was doing it for the greater. He was doing
good
it for the
defined
greater
by him.
race. He was doing it for the greater
good defined by him.
Humanity. Okay, he was trying to end nuclear wars by causing a nuclear war.
By sending nukes. No, I totally get it. I understand him.
That's basically how the U.S. fights wars. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like, we've got nukes, and everybody's like, we've got nukes too, and we're like, okay, we're all just gonna hang out.
Yeah, exactly. But I think in a post-apocalyptic situation, he's not. You don't have to worry about him.
I don't know, dude. So my pick for this movie was originally Leo, but I actually scratched it out, and I wrote Gump on top of it. I want a singular Gump.
Russian or American?
Definitely American.
Okay.
They're better.
Hold on. I'm going to write your teams down and my teams too.
All right. So that's 3. I've got 2 powerhouses. I've got a brain. Now I got to think. I think I'm going to go... Oh, man. I think I'm going to go Raya from In the Shadow of the Moon.
Good pick.
She's a time-traveling badass. Like, I feel like she's going to have technology that's going to be very helpful for our team. Like, she's smart. She's very good at fighting stuff. Not that we need more powerhouses, but, like, again... it's going to be helpful in the apocalypse. I feel like she would know how to survive or be like, oh, like, this is a good source of, like, has, like, microprotein carbons in it or whatever. You know, I don't know. Like, she'll be able to, like, look at stuff and be like, we need this, we don't need this. We need this, we don't need this. I think Andy's going to do that, too. I think she's also, though, like, especially if she comes with the time travel bubble, we can always go back in time, stop at a 7-Eleven, get a bunch of food, and then come back to the apocalypse to survive even more.
So here's what I'll say about your team so far. Because I don't really know how you
It's
guys are
objectively
gonna
better than your team?
survive, but
It's
I'll
objectively
give
better.
you
Are
I'll give
you
you
trying to
this
say
one compliment because you're not gonna really be able to survive. You got a dying man, a young girl, and a robot that's probably gonna turn on you. But Andy is a good leader on that team. I think you're gonna have a good team.
I don't have a
dynamic.
robot. You have a robot.
You have Debrabot. Oh no,
No, I don't
picked
have
Debrabot.
Debrabot.
Shit. I mean, I picked Mom. You were gonna pick Debrabot. Who was your third pick?
So I picked Andy, Augustine, Raya, and Tyler Rake.
Oh, Tyler Rake. That's right. Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then no, you're screwed. You're never gonna
You're
never gonna
Alright,
get Andy and
finish
Tyler
your-
Rake to agree on anything. And then Raya's gonna come in trying to be this young
We're not going to.
badass, and they're gonna just shit on her.
You don't even
Your
understand.
team
dude.
dynamic
That's
is
what
not gonna work.
My final pick is gonna make everything good, dude. It's gonna finish it off. It's a creme de la creme,
I don't-
the cherry on top.
What if I screw it over?
Your turn, though. You could. You can pick right now.
My pick. So I have. I'm between a couple actually, because
Is this your fourth?
this is
This
my
your
fourth. Yeah, I picked Lily so far, the mom from Mitchell's, and Leo from Outside the Wire. And I think for my fourth, I'm gonna have to go Audrey, played by Jennifer Aniston in Murder Mystery.
Weird. Weird.
I was
fucking
wanting to
pick.
see what you said about that.
What the fuck are you thinking?
She solved the mystery. She learned how to drive a Ferrari within seconds. She
Okay.
has the excitement and eagerness to go into an adventure that I think you're going to need.
Mhm.
You're not going to want people who are scared to do shit. Audrey was a bit of a badass. She was looking for adventure, and I think she'd be a good person to like take on those tasks that are going to be a little wishy-washy that people aren't going to want to do. And she's going to
Your
solve some
team
crimes.
I don't think
I got a
so,
team
dude.
of
I mean, like,
powerhouse women, James. Shit on it. I dare
you
you.
have who else do you have? You have the Coyote from Army of the Dead.
Mhm.
You have Audrey or Jennifer Aniston. You have
The mom from the Mitchells.
the mom from the Mitchells, and you have
Leo
you have
from
one guy,
Outside the
right?
Wire. Yeah.
Dude, Leo's gonna be the downfall of your entire team. Having Leo is like having a nuke on your
No.
team. No pun intended.
Dude, it's
Yeah, he's gonna nuke
post-apocalyptic.
you.
There's no nukes. There's no governments. He's straight up.
I
He's
feel like
out for the survival of humanity.
there's exclusively nukes. Like there's a weird availability of nukes in post-apocalyptic worlds. I don't know what post-apocalyptic media you've been consuming, but it's all about nukes and radiation. Okay. Final pick. Because I don't need to say anything more about your weird pick that you picked Audrey from Murder Mystery. I loved her in the movie, but I would definitely be like this. Like if she showed up in my I'm like you're not like pick number 7 on my 5-person pick.
Damn. Oh my gosh, you
my
put, like,
next
Pope
and
Francis?
final pick is Pope Francis.
I fucking knew it.
Pope
James,
Francis, Papa Frank.
first of all, there's no chance that your team survived the apocalypse because they're all old as hell.
No,
Second
they
of all-
did. That's the whole premise, is that they're already there. And I need Pope Francis. This is why I need Pope Francis. I need Pope Francis to create harmony in the group. He's a worldly man. People love him. You're Catholic, you love him. You're not Catholic,
You don't love them.
you at least tolerate him. You, that's true. But he's a nice guy. He's worldly. He is in it for the good of mankind. At least that's what it seems like from the things. Again, I don't know this man in real life, but like that's what it seems like. At least in the movie, that's what it seems like. He also likes pizza.
Okay, can I tell you?
I like
can I
pizza.
tell you right now why your team is gonna self-destruct?
How about you fuck off?
Oh, how about no? Okay. Andy.
I spilled.
Andy from the old guard lived during the time of Jesus and knew it was
Yes.
fake. How do you think the Pope of the Catholic Church is going to deal
Yeah, but she's
with an immortal person who...
But she's smart enough to know, Andy is smart enough to know that, like, confronting the Pope about religion is probably not a good idea. You know what I
No.
mean? We have more important things to worry
No,
about.
she's
The
the
Pope is
type
there
of person
just
who
for
wants to
harmony.
stir the pot and
That's not
be
true.
like, why are
That's
we
not true.
wasting time
She's-
praying and
she's
to
smart.
a fake deity? No, she's gonna
Charlize Theron, esta is...
Charlize Theron is gonna kill Pope Francis. That's
no shot.
that just
Maybe. Listen, as long as
you
I
heard it here
have
first
Andy...
on the Flix Fellas.
Okay. Who's your final pick, Joey?
Final
with your
pick.
You standing on your parapet of ivory, looking down on me and my amazing team.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk through some characters that I could debate right now to pick, and I want to just
honorable mentions.
Yeah,
or like who you're actually picking.
We'll do the honorable mentions afterwards. Let me just make a decision real quick. I think. So I'm really between two people actually.
Okay. Well, I can't steal them from
I
you,
know.
so you can
I can just
explain
tell
both
you
of
now.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Herschel from American Pickle, who survived 100
which
years.
is the wrong answer.
Which is the wrong
but
answer.
Yeah. It's the wrong, objectively the wrong
Herschel
answer. Yeah.
is ruthless. Okay, he will cut a bitch. He will do what he has to do to get his empire and salvage his family name. Okay, he's the type of guy you want on your side.
Out of him by construction workers.
He's not a fighter, but he's got the moxie, the chutzpah. But you're not going to go with him. You're right. We're not going to go with him.
Yeah, objectively they're wrong. We cannot support American Pickle. I'm sorry. I love you, Seth Rogen.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Another option, you could pick Cherry from Cherry. Hear me out, though. Nobody wants a drug addict on their team. You got...
Drug addict bank robber?
Exactly. He can rob banks, get you some money. He also has a military credentials, okay? You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's a valuable...
So does many people on
That's a
this
valuable
list.
skill set. Not many left, but...
Okay. Not many left. Looks back at list, bead of sweat.
Just walking through. Okay, Concrete Cowboy. You got a few good characters in here. Okay, and riding a horse is a valuable skill to have. You need somebody who is willing to get down and dirty with some animals and cause some
Phrasing?
drama.
Phrasing phrase.
I said what I said. And then you have Kath from Things Heard and Seen, who has this weird connection with Ghost, but I think my team already has enough testosterone. I'm going to go with Harp for my final pick.
Okay.
I already explained
It's
why.
an understandable final pick. I love Idris Elba. I love Idris Elba in Philadelphia. I understand that pick, especially because the other two things you said were literal garbage. Anyone from Cherry, Things Heard and Seen, or American Pickle is wrong.
Okay.
And I'm sorry.
Now,
I love those movies. Not apocalypse worthy.
Hear me out on some other characters that I was debating.
Honorable mentions. Yeah.
Girl on the Train. You have the detective, the investigator, who
the investigator
is the most untrustworthy person in the world, but
she gets killed by like someone completely untrained who doesn't have the drop.
She's a horrible pick, but she was considered. She was considered.
She's
ruthless.
Do you know who
you need people who are
considered?
just out there willing to risk their lives and do the dirty.
You're right. I have an honorable mention, and it's actually the same person from Cherry, Girl on a Train, Sound of Metal, and Things Heard and Seen. All the same person. It's no one. No one in those movies would make it. I just banked on the fact that I'd be able to pick 5 before you locked me out.
Damn.
Brutal, but honest.
Okay, honestly, I'm not saying I'd pick them. I didn't pick them because my team, I picked the elite. You really, I don't know why. Like, Augustine, he's old.
Yeah, dude.
What are you gonna need to
brain?
What are you gonna need to know about space? You don't need to know anything about space when in the post-apocalypse.
I gotta know where to go. I know where to go. If he looks in space, he's like, "Hey, we're in Missouri right now, and we gotta go north." And I'm like, "Easy pick, Augustine."
Okay,
thanks.
You realize that people from the 12th century were able to do the same exact thing as that? I'm pretty sure we could figure it out. I'm pretty sure we could figure it out.
Can you and I?
Yes.
I mean, Andy could probably figure it out. She's from the 12th
sun
century.
rises in the east and sets in the west. That's all you need to know.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, dude, if my team fought your team, you would be fucked. Like, you'd be so fucked.
You think Pope Francis is going to just unleash the power of God on me?
I don't need Pope Francis. Andy is gonna take Andy and like Captain Leo are like same tier. They're just gonna go like net for net, right? After that, Tyler Rake and Raya from Shadow of the Moon are gonna destroy your deck.
Raya dies right away. Okay, she only is valuable because
not really.
she can time travel, but it's not even like her ability. It's just that she has this technology. But anybody could time travel.
Yeah.
Raya's not.
Yeah, but she's got future technology, Joey. What does your team have? Not future
My
technology.
team has Mom from Mitchell's vs. Machine who kicked thousands of robots' asses. Okay, and we're most likely going to have to.
Give me a run
We're
for my
most
money.
likely going to have to fight
You're right.
robots in the apocalypse. I got a robot on my team who can blow them up and recircuit all their shit. I got Mom who proved herself. I got Lily who has proven to know how to negotiate and barter with I don't know, zombies. Yeah, like
You're covered for
I got-
zombies. You're covered for
I
robots.
got everybody.
You're all right. So what's your final list? Give me your final list. I'll give my
A
final.
final list. We have Lily from Army of the Dead, the Mom from the Mitchells vs. Machines. We have Leo from Outside the Wire, Audrey from Murder Mystery, which again I'll give you is probably not a best pick, but she's the person who's okay.
Bad.
We're gonna have to do something stupid. We could convince her to do it, and she'll do it with a smile. And then you got Harp from Concrete Cowboy.
All right. My final list, the objectively better list, if you look at science, is Pope Francis from Two Popes, one of the two popes, Andy from the Old Guard, Augustine from Midnight Sky, Raya from In the Shadow of the Moon, and Tyler Rake from Extraction.
The
Now-
average age of your team is like 450 years old.
That's because Andy has been alive for centuries, and that's not a fair comparison to make, Joey. I mean, what? Like, Captain Leo's like 3 years old?
Yeah.
He's a baby.
Baby.
You have a baby on your team.
Yeah.
What do you do? What are you gonna do? Run around with diapers and binkies for your baby? Anthony Mackie's not a baby. Oh man. All right. So, fun little thing we can do with this. We're gonna have a poll on Instagram. You guys can actually go onto our Instagram page and vote whose team you think would win the apocalypse and survive. Let's actually go with not win in a fight. Let's go survive, the longest. This is an apocalypse. Who do you think would survive the longest?
If neither of our teams saw a single opponent in the apocalypse, your team would still be dead in a year. Because
Andy has lived for millennia.
she is lost her immortality. She's not going to do it.
I'm sorry. Is anyone on your team called an immortal?
That's what I thought. All right. Well, make sure you like, comment on this video. Let us know who your picks are for the apocalypse in the movies we've seen or in movies we haven't seen. Give us recommendations for movies that you want us to see. And go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want you there. You want to be there because you're watching this content. Share it with your friends because we want subscribers. And you want us to have subscribers.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Joey, it's a win-win. You're helping the world. It's amazing. Yeah. Maybe qualifies as philanthropy. But we appreciate you. Thank you for watching the video. Go participate in the poll on Instagram. Give us a follow. And Joey, anything else?
We'll see you out there, fellas. And ladies.
Yep. See ya. And ladies and
everyone in between. Ciao, ciao.